Well, it's the verdict Australia has been waiting for since Hedley Thomas's brilliant viral podcast brought it to mainstream attention back in 2018 with 28 million downloads. Can you believe that? And today, justice for Lynn, after hours of exhaustive details delivered by Justice Ian Harrison. The guilty verdict at 3:12 this afternoon. And as I said at the top of the show, karma bites back. And Chris Dawson's villainy was exposed through and through. So joining me now are two men who have been closely associated with the case. Criminal defence lawyer Peter Lavac, who played a key role in Hedley's podcast, and senior reporter at the Australian newspaper Matt Condon, who's followed the case and the trial in particular very closely. Gents, welcome to you both. Peter, can I start with you? No body, no forensics, all circumstantial evidence. Explain how this meets the criteria for guilty, because as I understand it, even someone like you wasn't confident today.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, not only was I not confident, but I was of the view this morning, before the judge started delivering his reasons for verdict, I was pretty sure that Chris Dawson would walk and that he would be found not guilty and acquitted. And there are several reasons for that. Number one, the effluxion of time. 4 decades have elapsed since Lynn disappeared. Now, it is very, very difficult to prosecute a murder trial with that amount of time elapsing, and for obvious reasons, witnesses die, memories fade. The other reason why I thought he would walk is no body was ever found. And it's very, very difficult to prosecute a murder trial without a body. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult to get a conviction in the absence of a body. But even more importantly, what led me to believe that he'd be acquitted was the evidence of sightings. A number of people gave evidence under oath that they had seen Lynn after her supposed disappearance. Now, Mr. Justice Harrison dealt with that quite strongly and very thoroughly, I thought. He rejected all the evidence of sightings as being either unreliable or even patently false, and he rejected the evidence of sightings.
Yep.
I would have thought the evidence of sightings was something that could have raised a reasonable doubt in a case like this. And the final reason why I thought there'd be an acquittal, while Hedley Thomas's podcast was absolutely brilliant, Hedley deserves full kudos for that. He ran with the ball to the try line and he kicked the winning goal. So full kudos to Hedley, and this would probably deserve another Walkley Award. But by the same token, my feeling about the podcast was that it was a two-edged sword. And the ultimate irony of this case, and this was my feeling this morning, was that while the podcast, well, I think, was undoubtedly instrumental in Dawson being arrested, charged and brought to trial, on the other hand, the podcast could well and truly have caused Dawson's
well, as the judge
acquittal
said, he said it contaminated a number of witnesses' versions. I'm with you on that.